Hey Divadolls, this is Crystal Chanel. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Chrissy the Doll, and this is a tutorial on my daily makeup. Okay, so first up is eyebrows. As you can see, I do the outline first and then I go back and fill it in. Pretty much like coloring in the lines. Ladies, we were prepped for this in kindergarten, so hopefully you can do well at it. Now another hint with eyebrows is to make sure you do not have a heavy hand. You do not want to go ahead and literally draw it on, kind of like on a piece of paper, because then it would be too dark and too heavy and too noticeable. So I try really carefully to have a light hand when I gently fill in the lines. Now because your eyebrows frame your face, it's very important to make sure you make the eyebrows as symmetrical as possible. I scrunch my face. I check to make sure I don't draw too far over by checking the corners of my nose. That's pretty much where your eyebrows should stop, ladies. Now I know you see a lot of people doing the outline of the eyebrows. The reason for this is to make your eyebrows look fresh. I like using my under eye concealer because with my under eye concealer, it's a liquid and it's really easy to move around. Regardless if you're using one of the pods, which is more of a solid, or if you use the creams, regardless, whichever you use, be sure it's not more than 2 shades than your normal foundation color because then it will look unnatural. Also, you want to make sure you blend this part. Now as you can see, I use all kinds of brushes. This is one of my favorite brushes and it's actually really inexpensive. It's from e.l.f. and I got it from Target for, I want to say $1. Now basically the purpose of doing this with the concealer under your eye, for me anyway, is to cause light to hit my face at these spots. Wherever I want light to show, it's where I put my highlighter. I like having a really light highlight, so I also use my Prep and Prime. As you can see my face there, this stuff is bright. So it's a really light color. You have to be careful how much of it you put on. But I like putting it down the bridge of my nose, which makes my nose look slimmer. I also like putting it on my forehead, which pretty much brings the light into the center of my face, and it gives you the appearance when you use darker cream around your highlight of the contour. It gives you appearance of a more, I guess, more slim face. It's kind of hard to explain, but I want you to watch how I blend it here. Okay, so this is another brush that I received. I want to say it's Sonia Kashuk, and again, it's from Target. I love this brush because it helps me blend. So you guys can also use the Beauty Blender, which I hear is a little bit easier, but for me, I like to make sure I take my harsh lines and blend them to where you can almost not tell where my makeup starts and where it stops. So this is me blending. Okay, it's foundation time. So basically I'm using a blush brush. Yes, I said blush brush. I know there's foundation brushes out there. You ladies just use whatever you're more comfortable with. The reason I use a blush brush is because it gives me an airbrush finish the way that I buff my makeup on. Also note, I only put my foundation towards my cheeks and the outer edges of my nose. I'm sorry, outer edges of my face. The reason I do this is because I already have highlight in the middle. Once I blend in my foundation, I kind of smear it all over, but I don't put foundation directly on the center of my face because that's where I want my highlight to remain. And I just take my time and blend everything in. With makeup, ladies, it's all about the blending. So get your neck, get your ears, get everywhere so that you cannot tell you're literally wearing makeup. And now is for the contour. If you guys love this video and you want to see more details on how I fully contour, thumbs up, comment below, let me know. But I'm doing a little baby contour here in the crease of my jawline, in the outer edges of my face, using the same eyeshadow that's meant for my eyebrows. So just a little bit here. And the reason for this is to draw more attention with the light to the center of my face where my highlight is, and also to make my face seem slimmer and more chiseled. Same thing with my nose. I'm going to use an eyebrow brush and pretty much put this down the sides of my nose, leaving the middle because that's where I already have my highlight. And of course we're going to blend this out. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and set my eyebrows using the same eyebrow powder as we did the contour with. The reason I like to set my eyebrows is because during the day I tend to get oily, and this keeps my eyebrows from smudging. I like to use the brush towards the beginning of my eyebrow, that way it looks very natural. Otherwise, it may look like I just simply drew on my eyebrow. Okay, so now I want to go ahead and blend out my earlier contour of my nose. I use my foundation brush, and I just blend it out so it doesn't look obvious. Now, anyone that knows me knows I love to shimmer and shine, so I love using my highlighter, which is a mineralizer from MAC. I like to sweep it across my cheekbones. This way, whenever I'm taking a picture or just simply walking around, I have a really pretty glow. And I love to use this year long, so I use it all year round. Okay, and next is blush. I love this blush. It's such a pretty pink. It's matte. It's from MAC, and it's called Flower Power. I put it on the apples of my cheek, and I like to brush it across the rest of my cheek, and pretty much just gives me a pretty girly glow, but it's not too heavy because it's a light color. Oops, and I forgot to put on my hard candy primer, but typically in a day I would put that on. That helps me again keep my oily skin down, but I definitely use the setting spray. This is called De-slick from Urban Decay, and it seems to work pretty well for me, so no complaints thus far. And lastly, are my lips. So the lip of the day is Heroine. I have on lip liner, which I smudged out around my lip line, which is called Nightmoth from MAC. And then right in the middle, I go ahead and put all over my Heroine lipstick. And then in the direct center of my lips, just a little bit of gloss. And now I'm popping. And last will be lashes and mascara. So if you ladies don't wear lashes, then you just put on maybe 1 or 2 coats of mascara here. I love the way lashes make my eyes pop, so I put on a thin, when I say thin, I mean like a thin layer of glue. You blow on it, you let it dry for about a minute so it gets tacky, and then you can stick it on. I always have trouble with my left eye. I don't know what it is, but this one didn't go on too well. But just for video purposes, I let it sit there, and then I use my mascara to fan it out with my natural lashes so it looks all together in unison, and that's it. Okay, Divadolls, so that's it. I just wanted to show you guys how I did my daily routine face. I may not wear lipstick this dark typically, but I do wear some type of lip gloss or even lip conditioner. My favorite of the moment right now, I'll release in my January favorites. But pretty much, as you can see, I really focused on my eyebrows. I made them soft. If you guys follow my Instagram, you know, usually they're darker, especially when I do like the club thing, but I do them soft, really light. I may or may not wear lashes always, maybe 4 days out the week, and I'll also list that in my description box, you know, what kind I use. And in regards to the liner, the lipstick, maybe you'll catch that on a Thursday or Friday when I'm feeling cute. But this is it. So it usually takes around 20 minutes for me to get my face on, and typically you'll find me doing it in the car, but it's easy breezy. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you liked the video, make sure you thumbs up and leave comments. I'll be sure to hit you guys back, and I'll probably have more videos like it. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna thank you for your support and for rocking with me. I hope you guys stay fabulous and fierce.